Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. This reading's going to look at your energies between the 21st to the 31st of December 2020. So basically the final part of December, but also the final part of 2020. I've pre-shuffled the cards, so I've just got to do a final shuffle, getting your energies into the cards. But just very quickly to say that on the 21st, thereabouts, it's the shortest day, longest night in the northern hemisphere. So certainly a time for reflection. And also, if you can look up at the skies around about the same time, we've got two major planets. We've got Jupiter and Saturn, that are the closest together now, as viewed from Earth, closest together than they have been for 800 years. So quite an event. They will look like a double planet or a huge star in the sky. So certainly worth going out at night and looking up at the heavens for that sight. So quite a little bit happening at this time. Now I'll just do a final shuffle of the Oracle of Visions now, and just to get your reading started, Taurus. Just put those out the way a little minute. Okay, so what we have here is number 24 and number 14. So number 24 here, this talks about letting go, offering a way out. We see the lady with the cage, and there's butterflies trapped inside the cage. So there's transformation energies here, but feeling trapped, feeling perhaps that transformation can't happen. However, the door is open to the cage, so there's an opportunity now to come out, to move away from a situation perhaps where you felt trapped. So, and for some of you this could be about letting something go. Just let it go yourself. Something that needs you know, offer a way out to perhaps somebody or something. So it's that sort of an energy. Release, let go. And then we have number 14, and this is about, as you can see, creativity and imagination. So let's see where those energies fit in to the overall scheme of things now with your reading. So I'll just do a final shuffle of the Tarot of Dreams. So we have the heart of your reading, your energy and a situation, what you're thinking about, the root of the matter or hidden influences, past influences, the future going forward, and then a bit of guidance, something else the universe would like to say to you at this time, Taurus. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Coins, and this is about something being up in the air. Basically, the Two of Coins generally is about balance, equality, either an imbalance or a need for balance. But for me, in this particular deck, there's something that's up in the air at the moment. Okay, just put those to one side. Now we'll do a final shuffle now of the Light Seers Tarot. And lay them on top for a bit of depth and clarity. And at the bottom of this deck we have the Four of Pentacles, and this talks about the need to keep something close to your chest, hide something from others or from somebody at this time. It may be a protective energy also, protecting what you have. Right, so I'll just put that to one side as well. So let's have a look at the heart of your reading. Taurus. So we have the world and we have judgment. So the world, this talks about the ending of a cycle, something, a situation or whatever it is, completing now, coming to an end now, but ready to go forward afresh, to go forward anew, a new beginning in some area. Quite a timely card for the fact that we're coming to the end of this year, aren't we? And also, of course, we have the shortest day coming up. But it could have a completely different meaning for you. It is a general reading, Taurus, so it'll have a different meaning for everybody. But this has come out at the heart of your reading, Taurus. So there is a completion of some sort, ready for going forward. And then the judgment is a clarifier, and this is when we take a timely review of the past, of what's gone before, decisions made perhaps in the past, situations that, you know, that we need to have learnt from, that we've learnt from, and ready for a rebirth, ready for going forward, ready for a rebirth in a new area. But before the rebirth can happen, it's just, you know, standing up to be counted, that sort of an energy, acknowledging what's gone, what went well, what didn't go well, ready for a rebirth and going forward afresh. So these two cards very much link in with each other for some of you, Taurus. This is very interesting. Let's see where we're going with this. Right, well, we have, I beg your pardon, it's that way, isn't it? So we have the moon energy and we have the death and rebirth. So here it is again, really. So the moon energy, this is what you're thinking about. So the moon energy is when there's something in the shadows that you're not quite clear about, something hidden. So when the moon is out, it casts light, so there's things you know, but it also casts shadows, things in the shadows. So they're the things that you don't know at the moment. So what you're thinking about, that there's something you're not sure about, something you don't know at the moment, something that's hidden perhaps at the moment. And the clarifier is the death card and rebirth. So what you're thinking about, something that's ended, but you know there is going to be a rebirth. It's going to go forward in a different way. It's a transformation energy. And I'm just coming back to this very first card, which was about release and needing to let something go. All right, so we can come back to those if need be in a little bit. So I'll just put them down. So they're what you're thinking about. So they do sort of lead on, don't they, from the world and the judgment card. Okay, so the root of this, or the hidden influences, we have the Queen of Coins and the Seven of Wands. And the Queen of Coins, this could well be yourself, Taurus, because you are a coins or pentacles energy, earth energy. And the Queen of Coins, very practical minded, very grounded, very good at earning money, bringing money to the table, if you like, managing situations, very earth-based, very kind energy, very giving, nurturing energy, also very much in tune with nature. So I feel, you know, for some of you this could well be representing yourself, Taurus. If not, then it's somebody, it's an energy that's around you, or somebody around you. Now the clarifier is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands, this is being defensive, having to defend yourself. So in the past, at the root of this situation, you've been in a situation where you've needed to defend yourself, but you have had the higher ground in this situation. So you've got other opinions and disagreements and other opinions, you know, that have been jabbing at you, really, wanting themselves to be heard. But you've sort of put yourself in a bubble, if you like, and turned away and doing your own thing, really. So this is at the root of this situation. While there's been a completion and getting ready for a rebirth. Now the past influences, we have the Magician and the Four of Swords. So the Magician energy, this is about manifestation. The Magician takes control, harnesses energies and manifests his reality going forward. And we have the symbol of eternity there, which is about what goes around comes around, and it's a continual flow and ebb, like the sea, the air, the waves come and go. So it's that sort of an energy. But the Magician certainly is able to harness all the energies of the minor arcana to create his reality going forward. Now, so this is a past influence. So I'm assuming for some of you Taurus, this is saying so that you know that this could be representing yourself in the past, that you've been able to harness the energies and manifest situations and what you needed, you know, for going forward. If that's not referring to yourself, then this is perhaps referring to somebody around you who's able to do this. In a negative sense, the Magician can be somebody who is able to manipulate situations, and I'm not suggesting that's the case for you, for your situation, Taurus, at all. So we have the Magician energy and we have the Four of Swords, and this is when you've had to take a break to regroup your thoughts, regroup your energies, have time out and rest, if you like, to look after your heart. There's the heart in the nest with you. So within a home and nest situation, having to have a break, take a break. And then perhaps as a Magician, you know, being able to manifest the situations ready for going forward. Right, so the future going forward, we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands. And the Eight of Cups is when this is about finding a new way forward, walking away from something that's no longer serving you, whatever that situation is. It could be to do with anything. It could be to do with work, you know, leaving work and finding a new way, a new career or a new way forward. You know, for some of you it may be in a relationship or a friendship, or you know, you understand what I'm saying, Taurus. It could be anything like that, anything to do with anything really. But for many of you, there's going forward. You are going to be finding a new way forward. You're going to be leaving something behind, and forging a new way forward. And in tarot, they always say with the Eight of Cups, it's about searching then for the Ninth Cup, which is about wish fulfillment, what it is you're wishing for. And leaving, this could be mentally leaving something, emotionally or physically, or a combination of all of them, or just moving on in a different direction, you see. Because as we saw, we had the Two of Coins, which is about something being up in the air at the moment. And then the Ten of Wands, this is about after having carried a great burden and responsibility, a heavy weight, then dropping that. You're going to drop that. Perhaps share it. You're going to perhaps share it as you move on. You see this lady, she's got her bags packed and lots of luggage. But she's sharing the load with somebody else, and so she's coming down the hill, not up it. So she's coming down the hill, which means that sharing the load, it makes the going easier rather than tougher. All right. Okay, let's. The universe wants to say to you, Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. The Page of Swords, this is about immature communication. There's an immature, blunt, perhaps, communication going to be coming in for some of you. And the clarifier is the Three of Swords. It's going to hurt your heart. It's something that's going to pull at the heartstrings of your heart. So whatever this immature message is that's coming in, it's going to upset you in some way, some of you. So I'm going to get some more information about these two cards now. I'm just looking at again, or it could be that whatever it is that's been pulling at your heartstrings has led on to some form of immature communication. Either possibly for some of you from yourself, or for people around you. There's an immaturity here. The Page of Swords. Page is about new messages and messages. But the Page of Swords in particular is quite a young, immature energy. But it's going to pull at your heartstrings for some of you, Taurus. I'm going to get some more information. Could I have some more information, please, about the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords for Taurus? Page of Swords and the Three of Swords for Taurus, please. More information about the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords, please. Because something's up in the air. And then we had the Four of Pentacles, which was needing to hold something close to your chest. Look after what you have. So more information about the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords, please. So to clarify for the Page of Swords, we have the Two of Pentacles. And this is about a bit of a precarious... And this is a precarious energy. You see the seesaw is balanced on a peach nut, so it's not very stable anyway. And the relationship is a bit unbalanced. As the seesaw goes up and down, somebody within this relationship, the power dynamics change as one person gets the higher ground. Then the other person gets the higher ground, if you like. So there's something about an imbalance within this relationship, connected to an immature energy, somebody who perhaps speaks very immaturely. And resulting in, pulling at your heartstrings. Now, the clarifier for that one is the Four of Swords, and this is when things have come to a standstill. This is like a hibernating energy. Which is quite indicative of this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere. But having to have a rest, having to have a break, have a rest from this. And we've already seen that energy, haven't we, here in the past. We saw that energy of having to have a break, have a rest. And of course, as I say, the Magician energy could be yourself taking control and manifesting, or it could be a manipulative energy around you. So we just have to bear that in mind also for some of you, when considering the other cards, the other messages that have been coming out. I'm going to ask for some more information also about the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands going forward. So could we have some more information, please, about the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands going forward? The Eight of Wands and the the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands energies going forward into the near future, please. More information about the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands, please. So a further clarifier for the Eight of Cups is the Seven of Pentacles, and this talks about something that's still growing. It's not quite the right time for something. The lady she's not quite ready to give birth, and the apple is not quite ready for harvesting. So it's, you know, both are still growing and developing. So something's still growing and developing. It's not quite the right time for something, and it may be to do with something that it's about timing for when whoever this is for, you know, walking in a different direction. And then for the Ten of Wands, which is sharing a load or dropping a load and then sharing a load going forward. Justice. So, you know, this is about the scales needing to be balanced, or the scales going to be balanced now as the load is shared going forward. And that's justice. It's the right thing. It's the right thing. And because something's been happening over a period of time, we can see all the seasons there. And perhaps at some point the scales became unbalanced, things became unbalanced, unequal. So yes, there's a need for the scale, for justice to come in, for justice to be seen, to be done, really. And it's time for that going forward. So this is in the future going forward. But for whenever this happens, for some of you it's not quite the right time, you know, going forward. So because things are still up in the air. And interestingly, underneath that card we have the Ten of Wands again, which is about having carried a lot of responsibility and a heavy burden that needed to be dropped. Right. So underneath the Four of Pentacles, which is holding, you know, protective energy, is the Temperance, which is again about achieving balance, particularly between masculine and feminine energies. A need for, and also patience and moderation in all things. All right, I'm just going to ask for some messages from the Sacred Traveller now to round this reading up. So could we have 2 more messages, please, for Taurus? 2 more messages from the Oracle of the Sacred Traveller. So we have faraway places. So get ready for new horizons, Taurus. So there's a little bit of a theme going on here, isn't there? Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. So shine your light and go forward. You know, you have people following you there. So, you know, you have the power, you have the strength and the conviction, you know, and you need to just believe in yourself now going forward. You are strong beyond measure. And, you know, broaden your horizons. Get ready for new horizons now going forward. Lovely. All right, Taurus. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Of course, it's a general reading and it will have different meanings for each one of you. And for some of you, it may not resonate. So just leave what doesn't resonate behind and just go forward with what does. But in any event, thank you for joining me. Good luck going forward. And I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye-bye for now.